What's up, everybody? It's the Rogue in Disguise, North American community contributor for World of Warships Blitz. And if this is your first time here or been here for a while, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and turn that bell to all to catch all that we do for World of Warships Blitz. And today, we're going to be talking about the Tokachi that's hitting the waters of World of Warships Blitz. And honestly, guys, this thing is pretty formidable. And I'm being truthfully honest with you guys. This one is going to be a pretty formidable cruiser because it's just like the Alanta, except for a couple of major differences. One, it has pretty good AA defense, but it has like 2 less gun turrets than the Alanta does, but it's a 6x2. And it's still effective with its 127mm main guns, but it's a 5.5 second reload time. We were able to get it down to just 5 seconds, and it was pretty fun to play with. Let's get into the super major details that you guys are probably here to see and everything like that. So let's compare the two right now and show you what's up. For the Tokachi, we just have Air Defense Alert 2 for the skills, which still makes it pretty formidable, honestly, even though Alanta does have Sonar 1, which I find Sonar not to be that great and useful, but it does have 1 charge of Smoke Generator 1. The Air Defense Alert 3 on the Alanta is always amazing, but you got 5 charges of it. Super awesome to have. But let's talk about the stats, honestly. As far as tonnage is concerned, the Tokachi is a little bit bigger of a ship in comparison, but they were also built at 2 different times and periods, so that means their survivability is going to placate a little bit here. So the Tokachi is going to have a little bit better armament for its survivability. It has a little bit more health points. Its citadel protection has a little bit more, so that's kind of cool. It does pan out a little better in the survivability chart. But when you get into, say, maneuverability, there is some differences. One, it favors the Alanta a little bit because it gets up to speed, but the Tokachi is faster, turns a little faster, while the Alanta is a little slower. But it kind of balances itself out if you look at the stats overall. The Tokachi is a gunboat, but its torpedoes are pretty formidable versus the Alanta's guns, which is more of a gunboat, while the torpedoes are more of a secondary thing when the target is close, hence the Smoke Generator 1 and, you know, the torpedoes. But they are pretty much relatively the same. They both load about the same time, though the Tokachi is a little bit faster and the torpedoes are stronger and they go a longer distance, making it a little bit more of a torpedo boat versus the Alanta's gunboat style. But don't underestimate the guns on this boat. They do wreak havoc because it has a 4% chance of setting a fire versus the 3% with the Alanta. As like I said, the anti-aircraft armament does favor the Alanta, but the Tokachi's anti-aircraft armament isn't nothing to be shy about. It's pretty dang good. Plus it has Air Defense Alert 2, which is also extremely nice, and I think you can bulk that up with a commander skill. But overall, I think the boat's kind of fun. The camouflage is pretty basic. It does help out with the main battery firing range, torpedo range, and the max traverse speed and surface detection. All great perks. Like I said, the details are pretty much the same. 2 battle honor missions because it's a premium ship, and you got the escort specialization in your elite ship bonuses here. Forgive me if I stutter every once in a while. And elite gun operator as well, which is nice. Nobody ever picks Meritus service. I never pick it. I don't ever need it. You know, I can grind the experience myself. But me personally thinking if I'm going to use this boat as a daily driver or use it anytime soon, I think the Alanta is going to win out more often than not because it has 1 smoke generator. But if these 2 ships were to go up to head-to-head, honestly, I do think it really will depend on play style, because the Alanta might have the edge on the guns and the smoke, but the Tokachi has the torpedoes and the range, honestly. So the Tokachi has a little bit longer range of the guns, like I said, but heads up, head-to-head, at range, I do believe the Tokachi and the Alanta would probably just go back and forth in beating each other up out of 50 matches. But overall, I do believe if played correctly, I think Tokachi could be pretty beastly because it'll take out destroyers like that. Other cruisers, it's just relentless with. A cruiser tries to chase you, honestly, you got 12,000 damage on either side to drop with the torpedoes and just wreck a ship. You know, even if you hit it 1 or 2, that's still quite a bit of damage. That's like 8,000, 4,000 damage per torpedo. Really good. Alanta's torpedoes are very short ranged, so under 7 kilometers. You got a little bit more kilometer distance with the torpedoes, but honestly, I really think toe-to-toe, these two ships will match up pretty well. It's a good competition. The Tokachi would have to play a little bit further distance. Alanta, it would be, you would have to try to be under 10 kilometers in order to engage with it, while the Tokachi has a little over 10 kilometers to mess around with you. So, I mean, it's a very short battle play, but as far as anything else, I think the Tokachi would only win by torpedoes more often than not, while the Alanta would just win by a straight gunfight. That's just personal opinion. We could try to test that out in a stream one time. I have no problem with it if anybody's got an Alanta to play with against, or play against me with the Tokachi. It doesn't matter. Either way, we'll go check it out on the live stream. Make sure you check out the link in the description. Until the next video, guys, don't do anything I wouldn't do twice, and have a great day. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Drop a comment down in the below. Tell me what you guys think. Oh, but yes. Have a good one, guys.